ensuring that the medical system, the great vaccines, the medicine and the diagnosis processes are being improved by our own and in our own motherland. We are so grateful. So you're adding for yourself those that will give you support in saving lives. It is such a great honor to see that those that have been working, the great researchers have now produced a multiple of the young researchers, innovators and inventors, and we are grateful to you all. So let's protect the value between the products that you're producing and the consumption, the market out there. International investors consistently cite intellectual property protection and regulatory clarity as primary concerns when evaluating emerging markets. So Honorable Dr. Musenero, as a minister who sits in cabinet and definitely being a policy maker, a decision maker at the same level, as you lead STIs successfully, kindly ensure that in your cabinet the regulations and the guidelines that are set are going to ensure that they address the challenge of market sustainability at international or global level. The ships, different. Someone is singing the answer. The investors protection units, the main role that we were established is to ensure that there is real-time responsiveness and the electronic investors protection portal, EIPP in brief. Through that innovation by Ugandans at NITAU, that's National Information Technology Authority, in liaison with the private, the already successful private sector entrepreneurs who are led by Ron Kawamara, we continue to address the issue of bureaucratic delays that previously discouraged investment, research, commercialization. So we're addressing that, and we're seeing a lot of investments coming up, and we thank you, the innovators. Uganda's decades of stability and security provide the foundation of successful STIs, but modern investment require digital age accountability and transparency. So, going forward, building investor confidence through investment protection. Our key points are here. Transparent regulatory frameworks that will reduce investment risk and those that will lower the cost of capital for innovators. That's where we are focusing, the Honorable Minister. Having strong intellectual property enforcement mechanisms to protect both local and international or foreign investors and partners. Having clear dispute resolution processes to encourage long-term partnerships between researchers and innovators. Quality research standards and market readiness. The critical elements include research must meet international standards to attract serious investors. Commercialization pathways should be considered from research design phase. And so Professor Bruce, as you continue to produce these great innovators, scientists and inventors, their research designs will matter most on the market during commercialization. So let the standards start from your laboratories until you receive them on the market, because you're able and you have shown great competencies, but also results are speaking for themselves. His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, who remains the chief promoter, supporter, and protector of STIs, is very, very happy with your sector. Some of us who didn't get the chance of giving the competence to do sciences, we are looking forward for a way of becoming scientists, at least by inspiration. Maybe for me, since I'm surrounded by scientists and you're my leaders, you will for today permit me to associate myself with you by inspiration. So you are the most protected, the most promoted, the most supported sector in the science, technology, and innovation by the President and his government. There is no doubt about that. Commercialization pathways should be considered from, I think I said that, from design phases. Collaboration between the academia, industry, and government reduces translation risks. Our role is to facilitate connections between credible researchers and vetted investors. And thank you for giving me an opportunity to take our role as the State House Investors Protection Unit. It is to ensure that we protect credible investors and connect them with vetted investors for economic development and transformation. As I conclude, allow me to put up qualitative indicators. International recognition of Ugandan research institutions. I had earlier, when the Honorable Minister was leading us through the great stores out there, I mentioned and I congratulated on behalf of many Ugandans that are celebrating the achievements done or put on record by Ugandan scientists, researchers, innovators, and inventors. And I remember that just a few weeks ago, not just 2 weeks ago, Dr. Jackson Olem, the Executive Director of Uganda Cancer Institute, won for Uganda, and also for himself because of his hard work, research, and sciences, won a global leadership award, a global prestigious global oncology leadership award. Don't you see how scientists are taking that advantage? And Dr. William, wherever he is. But we also have very many awards that have come from your sectors of STIs, and so we'll continue to say congratulations, and we're very, very proud of you. So you are investing on the fertile ground that you have created by yourselves, and that continues to be protected by the top leadership led by His Excellency the President. It is not just marketing, it's measurable validation of our approach, together as Ugandans, or goodwill Ugandans especially. The Made in Uganda Innovation to Market theme of this year's National Sewage NSW perfectly captures this vision. We are not just showcasing what our scientists can discover, but we are demonstrating how our institutions can protect and nurture the investment needed to bring those discoveries on the global market. How do you balance protecting investors with the current risk-taking in research? A protection does not mean eliminating risk. It means making risks transparent and manageable. We focus on creating clear rules, reliable enforcement, and fair dispute resolution, great scientists, researchers, innovators and inventors taking Uganda forward, and we think that Uganda is going to fly through the middle class and get to the first class because of your great efforts that have produced results in the shortest time possible. So what the way forward is, in my view, Uganda must position itself strategically by fostering public-private partnerships, ensuring that research aligns with global demands, which you're doing, because really you have great your international standards are clear, and so in addition to fostering the PPPs, the public-private partnerships, ensure that your well-aligned research continues to meet and compete favorably with global standards, and supporting policies that turn ideas into economic policies. Let's turn your great ideas into economic assets. We must not just be consumers of technology, we must be creators and exporters of innovation. This is our moment. Science is the foundation of economic growth, and if all of us as Ugandans and goodwill human beings, if we all invest our efforts in supporting STIs and invest wisely in all that we do to promote science, technology, inventions and innovations, Uganda can lead, not just regionally, but globally. I thank you all, and I wish you the very best. I invite the Honorable Minister to come and address this great gathering, and from the bottom of my heart, once again, I am humbled to take part, and I hope I have been given the chance
to make sure that locally made products are procured by government, which is the biggest consumer of products and services. Academia, embed innovation in curriculum and set up incubation centers. Development partners, fund platform, trials, and product validation initiatives. In conclusion, the Communica affirms a shared commitment to transform Uganda into a hub of scientific and industrial excellence, and all stakeholders are called upon to align with efforts of NDP 4 and Vision 2040 and add to move innovations from the lab to the market. This communique has been prepared and read before the Minister of Science, the Secretariat, the participating academic institutions, Makerere University, Mbarara, and Bustima, innovators, and the private sector. The next step is to draft policy briefs for cabinet, a document, public dissemination of outcomes, and then follow up on action points. I'm going to add one more next step, that tomorrow at 5 p.m., this committee will have an after-action review at 5 p.m. as has been the organization. Honorable Minister, now I will finish the committee. I want to deliver the following thanks. I want to thank all of you, the attendees, especially you who have said to remain here up to this time, what is getting done. Please clap for us. I want to thank the speakers. I want to thank the panelists. I want to thank the chairs, and especially our day program director, Prof. Robert. I think he's done a wonderful job. I know we have all done a wonderful job, but you know, being up and down, you can't check your WhatsApp because you are directing the program. It's not easy. I'm sure you have 1,000 WhatsApp. I want to thank Honorable Minister, as you guided me 3 months ago, these pre-interns, Honorable Minister, you remember you guided me, I need to create a program to keep them active and sharp, which I'm still working on, Honorable. But I started with this summit, I invited 10 pre-interns who have been handling our activities, the running. Please, can you stand up the pre-interns on your works? Are they here? Oh, I think they are busy working. So the pre-interns organize the dining area, they have been the one carrying the food, organizing everything. And I also want to thank you for that guidance, that these people who have already qualified and waiting for professional training, they can be useful in many ways. And we are working on the program, and the Honorable is for it. I want to thank you, Honorable Minister. I think I already thanked you in the morning. Especially, I want to thank Kamona Kalema for coming and for giving the people that place when you are supposed to be the party.
The day has run so fast, and starting with the protocol already established, I will take less than 5 minutes in my closing remarks. First of all, I wish to congratulate everybody. Let us congratulate ourselves for this inaugural ever science summit in the country. It's good to be part of the history, and you have been part of this history which has been said today. I believe that we have all learned a lot. We have created new networks. We have understood new things. Definitely for me, I have seen projects. You know, when we were beginning STI, I knew every single project. Now there are so many that I can't keep up. So this has been an opportunity for me to hear about some of these projects, and I believe that you have created the linkages, as we said in the morning, that part of the objective is to demystify the work that we are doing. So I want to thank you all. I thank those who prepared. Thank you for the idea and taking on the challenge and delivering something phenomenal to all of us. I believe that this platform has helped us to see a lot of novel ideas that we will possibly look at and say maybe these ones need to go to the next level. So we have picked a lot, and some of them we are going to be following up to see where do you need the support to move to the next level. So in the morning I already laid down expectations, and I believe that in the communique and through the day we have met most of those expectations. Just one point, Kanana Halima, thank you so much for that very insightful remarks to us. It's very good for us to hear from a person who is seeing us from the other side, because it is for you that we are working, and having that mirror point for us to see what is being appreciated and where people are struggling to appreciate us is very, very helpful, because we want to be the best. And when you want to be the best, you really want a lot of feedback so that you can purify yourself a bit more. So I just want to comment that as you have been here this afternoon, and for those who were here in the morning before you came, you will notice that as you went through some of the exhibitions, you will notice that there are so many domestic investors. Many of these young people sought funds on their own initiative, and they started work. And so they are really investors. Many of them have denied themselves. Not all the people here have received funding. The majority of people here have funded themselves in some way. And I think they deserve to be recognized as investors. And if we recognize them as investors, it's important that we also upgrade the recognition and the attention that we give to them in the investor protection. So I would like you to know that there is a very surging storm of domestic investors. They are poised to transform the landscape of our economy if they can receive the support. Some of the support they need is not monetary. Some of the support they need is protection. I have to deal with this, and now that you are here, I think you can help me with the protection, and I deal with the technical support. So that we work together. Their nature of protection sometimes does not arise from individuals who are intending to harm them. Many times it arises from structures that we have built, slow public service structures, which are non-responsive to investors, or structures and systems which were set to serve us when Uganda was not producing investors, but was simply importing products. And they need adjustment so that they can now serve these domestic investors. I believe that working together, we can create a fast-tracking ecosystem, because most of their challenges are delays. They are delays. You go to an office so many times, instead of being served immediately. There are delays in communication. If I need a service and this particular office does not have capacity to give me the service, instead of them saying so, they may tell you, oh, come back tomorrow, come back the other day. I believe that we can work together to positively build a positive and very supportive environment. I have a bit of challenges with unclear policies. Every day I receive complaints from things that were supposed to be tax exempt, and then they come and they are held at customs. This is a challenge from research equipment to they are held, and you keep wondering, is this or is this? They are very unclear, and so their type of protection may be different, but we need to work together because they are going to be a growing category of investors. I just wanted to, Professor Chirenga, in the communique, government has promised, and we are pursuing 2% of GDP, not 1%. I have a communication, not official, but I have a communication, a reliable communication to that effect. And so we would like now to promise that we adopt the communique with that amendment so that we can all be accountable for this when we meet next year. I wish to urge the more senior individuals to provide mentorship with the young ones. If you see here a young innovator and you have some knowledge about the field where they are in, they can reduce time lost if we are able to mentor them. I also wanted to say that get in the habit of consulting. At STI we are very open. You can call us and we'll give you guidance. Because I had somebody who said they were written a paper for publication about their invention, and later said they are preparing to file a patent. The moment you publish, you have forfeited the patent.
So how you synchronize? When we were in a publish or perish, your push was to publish. When you are in product or perish, first make sure you secure your intellectual property before you give out the information in a publication that other people are going to produce very fast before your own intellectual property comes out. So when you need to consult, we have a program at STI, the Investor Readiness Program. We help you to understand. So even if just call and ask, when you go to the website, there is a number. Usually that person will take your number and direct. We are working to get a dedicated number because that's somebody's private number, but we have to start somewhere. And on our website there is a number, so please you can call and ask for that guidance so that you don't work so hard and we jeopardize your work. I must say it has been the greatest privilege for me to be here today. Thank you so much, all of you. I wish you a very successful rest of the National Science Week. May the Lord bless you so much. At STI, we aim at making Uganda the best for God and my country.